is that you're looking at? Well, they're establishing an artificial reef. And what is that, you say? Well, it's a method being used by the state DEC and I guess elsewhere around New York, outside of New York, to help bring back the fish stock out there. Rich Johnson joins us now. He hosts an AM radio program, The Fishing Line. You may recognize him also, Channel 55. Host of The Fishing Line. Rich, thanks for coming in.
Thank you, Doug. And I got my start on the Extra Help channel and Metro channel through AMRO. So
there we go.
Great to be back in the studios.
It's terrific to have you. And now you started your own artificial reef.
Yeah, we established an artificial reef, the Fishing Line Reef, through a private partnership with the DEC and Steve Hines, who's a marine reef expert at the DEC. And without funding from any outside sources, we've really funded this through our own sources within the fishing line.
That's fantastic. What does a reef do? First of all, let's start with that.
Well, a reef does several things, Doug. It establishes an environment for fish habitat. It gives them places to hide. We established this at about 55 feet of water, 3.5 miles outside of Jones Inlet on the southwest heading, on a hard, flat, sandy bottom, which now gives like an oasis in the desert. And it also allows extra places for people to fish. We put it inshore. What you're looking at on the screen now is the rubble off the Wantor Bridge project we put on the reef. And this was a barge donated by the town of Hempstead, with Rich Guardino, which we put down in on a reef that's just probably about a month ago.
What constitutes an artificial reef, Rich? Could it be, well, we see some rubble from concrete. Could it be anything
rubble,
else?
barges, anything that, man-made that is put down there. A shipwreck could be continued, could be considered an artificial reef as well.
Now, this is something the state's encouraging.
Oh, sure. The DEC has had this program going on for many years. I'm not the only one who has established their own private reef. I know there's the Mauritius Fishing Club has done things like that, and the New York Fishing Tackle Trade Association as well. And what I really did was I wanted to give this back to viewers and listeners who have supported my show, so I didn't ask for any outside funding. We funded it through the Fishing Line offices and with the DEC, so we donate a lot of money and we help to find barges and material to put down.
Is it an expensive proposition? A big undertaking?
It can be. It can be. You have to find people, you have to pay for towing. Sometimes you get nice people who donate towing and towing services. We have a 28-foot steel sailboat up in New Rochelle. I'm working to get down here now, which is going to cost several $1,000s to get down here as well. But
now, is that a boat you're sinking there? Excuse me for interrupting.
That was a tugboat.
Before it completely disappears.
That was a 28-foot tugboat donated by the town of Hempstead. They've been very helpful, and the town of Hempstead has their own artificial reef, which is southeast of Jones Inlet. So they had 4 barges. They gave me 2 and a tugboat, and they put 2 on their reef as well.
Wow. Now, when you have you sink the boat down, now you're trying to get the rubble, let's say from the concrete rubble, right around it?
Well, what we tried to do on the Fishing Line Reef, Doug, was we put a barge down, a 30 by 60-foot barge in the fall of '99. This year we established all the concrete rubble off the Wantor Bridge and those town of Hempstead barges and tugs. And we started with the reef, and now we lay all these pieces and drops, we call them, around the outside perimeters, because we want to expand the reef within the perimeter parameters, so to speak, so you can get a lot of boats fishing without being crowded on each other.
Fantastic. And once again, where is it exactly?
It's 55 foot of water southeast of Jones Inlet on the 245 heading. If you want Loran numbers are 26,840 and 43,733.77.
Okay, that means something to somebody, I'm sure. Rich, where can folks see you? Tell us about your show, when it's on, where it's on.
Well, the TV show is done for the season. We're on Channel 55 at 9 a.m. Saturday mornings from May through October. And we have 2 radio shows a week on WGBB, Long Island's oldest radio station.
Terrific station.
12:40 a.m. And we're on Saturday afternoons at 4 p.m. for 2.5 hours with live call-ins from people, expert guests who sit in the studio with me. Great. Guys like Joey Kohler, who likes the show, he'll come in as well.
Terrific. TheFishingLine.com, also your website. Rich,
Thank you very
a lot.
much. Thank you for having me.
Folks, stay with us.